Ivanka Trump, daughter of President-elect Donald Trump, has shared that she does not plan to return to a formal position in her father's second administration, choosing instead to take on a more supportive, personal role. In a recent appearance on the Skinny Confidential Him and Her podcast, she discussed her perspective on her involvement, her feelings about politics, and her plans for the future. When asked about her role in the upcoming administration, Ivanka was candid about her feelings toward politics. "I hate politics," she said, explaining that while she has a strong passion for policy and its impact on society, she finds that politics is inherently tied to negativity and dark forces that she does not wish to bring into her own life. She elaborated further, saying that politics, especially at the highest levels, can often feel like a toxic, combative environment, something she has never been drawn to. "To a degree, I'm at the center of the storm because my father is about to be president," Ivanka acknowledged. However, she emphasized that her own approach has always been more focused on the positive aspects of policy and change, rather than engaging in the battles that frequently characterize political discourse. She also pointed out that she is not inclined to embrace the gladiatorial nature of politics, which some find exhilarating, but which she has never viewed in the same light. Ivanka's decision not to return to a formal role in the White House for her father's second term represents a significant shift in her approach. During her father's first term as president, Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, both served as unpaid senior advisors to the president. Despite their official roles, they reportedly accumulated hundreds of millions of dollars in outside income, much of which came from business interests unrelated to their government positions. Although they were key figures in the administration, both Ivanka and Jared Kushner kept a relatively low profile throughout the duration of her father's term, and even more so during his 2024 campaign, only emerging in the public eye as the campaign neared its conclusion. Looking ahead to the second term, Ivanka noted that her role would be vastly different. She described her initial involvement as being part of an uncharted territory, where there were few clear precedents for how the Trump family should navigate Washington's political landscape. "The first time, we were pioneers. No one really knew what to do with him as a political figure," she said. However, she acknowledged that the situation has changed drastically since then. "Now, there are so many capable people around him, many of whom we've worked with before," she explained. This suggests that her father's administration has a more experienced and established team of political and policy experts, allowing Ivanka to step back from a direct advisory role. With the distance that comes from time and experience, Ivanka is looking forward to focusing on a more familial and supportive relationship with her father. "I'm most looking forward to just being able to show up for him as a daughter," she shared. This change in her approach marks a shift from her prior, more formal, public-facing role. Ivanka expressed that she wants to be there for her father in ways that are more personal and meaningful, offering him emotional support and moments of respite. "To take his mind off things, watch a movie, watch a sports game, and let him relax and be himself with me," she said. Ivanka added that her primary goal is to provide her father with the comfort and care of a loving family member, something she feels is especially important in such a high-pressure, high-profile environment. Her plans reflect a desire to play a more nurturing and private role in her father's life, free from the political spotlight. She emphasized that she is excited to be able to provide this kind of support for him, focusing on moments of relaxation and connection that many might overlook in the midst of the political and media frenzy surrounding his presidency. While Ivanka Trump's formal role in the administration may be less defined than it was in her father's first term, her commitment to being there for him in a personal capacity is clear. Her decision to step away from the political arena underscores a broader recognition of the toll that the public and political spheres can take on individuals, and her choice to embrace a quieter, more intimate involvement with her father reflects her desire to preserve family bonds in an often tumultuous world. Ivanka Trump has no intentions of returning to the White House to assist her father during his second term, bluntly stating, "I hate politics," in an appearance on the Skinny Confidential's Him and Her Show podcast. On Tuesday, President-elect Donald Trump's eldest daughter, who played a significant advisory role in his first administration, revealed she is staying far away from Washington, D.C. this time around. "I love policy and impact. I hate politics. Unfortunately, the two are not separable," Ivanka, 43, shared. "It's a very dark, negative business. There's a darkness to that world that I don't want to invite into my life." She continued, "To some degree, I'm at the center of the storm because my father is about to be president, but it's a world I don't want to be part of. Some people thrive on the fight, the gladiator aspect of it, but that was never me." Since relocating to Florida with her husband, Jared Kushner, and their 3 children after her father's 2020 election loss, Ivanka said she plans to support her dad in other ways during his second term. "I'm most looking forward to just being able to show up for him as a daughter," she said. "To take his mind off things, watch a movie with him, or watch a sports game. I want him to be able to relax, be himself, and for me to provide that for him in a loving way." Reflecting on the pressures of her father's role, Ivanka acknowledged the isolation of the presidency. "It's the world's loneliest position, having to make enormous decisions daily and dealing with the transactional nature of everyone around you," she said. Although Ivanka was deeply involved in her father's first administration, she explained her decision not to return was driven by her commitment to family. "The main reason I am not going back is I understand the cost, and it's a price I'm not willing to make my kids bear," she said. "My primary goal is to be the best mum I can be." Ivanka also admitted the difficulty of balancing her role in the White House with family life. "It's hard. I did the best I could and was there for the critical moments, but you don't want to miss the small ones either. Every time I had to miss something, I thought, I'll never let this happen again once I leave the White House." When asked about potential criticism for stepping away, Ivanka said, "It's easy to make a decision when it aligns with your core values. My highest value is family." Lara Trump, Ivanka's sister-in-law, recently spoke about the challenges Ivanka and Jared faced during the first term, acknowledging that their involvement came at a personal cost. "It was really tough on them, on their family," Lara said. "They did some incredible things that may not have received the credit they deserved." Looking back on her time in the White House, Ivanka described it as an emotionally intense period. "You become a little bit calloused," she said, but also emphasized the personal growth she experienced. "In retrospect, it was a time of extraordinary personal growth and learning for me. I broke free of a bubble I didn't even realize I was in, the Upper East Side of New York," Ivanka reflected. "I went through years of craziness, but I've never become cynical about the fundamental goodness of people. I hope to live a life that continues to be impactful, no matter where that happens," she added. Ivanka Trump and her husband Jared Kushner had significant influence during Donald Trump's first term, with key roles in areas like Middle Eastern peace negotiations and COVID-19 vaccine development. However, as Trump begins his second administration on January the 20th, the couple has decided not to take on official positions. Instead, they will remain in their Miami home, about 1,000 miles from Washington, D.C. Kushner, a former real estate heir, now manages a private equity firm backed by investments from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. Ivanka Trump, meanwhile, has distanced herself from politics and expressed a desire to focus on raising their 3 children. Still, Kushner continues to have a behind-the-scenes role, advising Trump on Middle Eastern affairs, helping to select appointees, and guiding certain cabinet members through the transition, according to a source familiar with his activities. Kushner is said to be particularly close to Trump's incoming chief of staff, Susie Wiles, maintaining regular communication with her. He is also involved in some hiring decisions, including assisting incoming Attorney General Pam Bondi in finding a new director for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Having played a key role in the normalization of relations between Israel and several Arab nations, Kushner is now advising Steve Witkoff, a longtime Trump ally and donor, as he takes on the role of special envoy to the Middle East. He's been focusing on getting Steve up to speed and helping with strategy, the source said. With the Trump administration likely to pursue further efforts to normalize relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia under an expansion of the 2020 Abraham Accords, Kushner is expected to remain influential on Middle East policy. Ed McMullen, a prominent Trump fundraiser and former US ambassador to Switzerland, remarked, "If I were doing anything in the Middle East, the first person I'd go to would be Jared." Despite his continued involvement, Kushner's private equity firm, Affinity Partners, has raised concerns over potential conflicts of interest, particularly due to his past role in Middle Eastern policy and his firm's significant investments from the region. These concerns intensified after reports revealed Kushner had discussed US-Saudi relations with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman since leaving the White House. Some Democrats have called for a special counsel to investigate whether Kushner acted as an unregistered foreign agent, but he has dismissed such claims as politically motivated. Kushner, who is on the path to becoming a billionaire, has defended his business dealings, saying there is no conflict of interest. Thanks to his firm, which recently raised $1.5 billion from the Qatar Investment Authority and Abu Dhabi's Lunate, Forbes estimates his wealth is on the rise. Trump no longer appears to rely as heavily on his family for advice, thanks to trusted aides like Susie Wiles, who helped run his most organized campaign to date. Republican strategist David Cockle noted, "Trump has a much more professional operation around him." During Trump's first term, Kushner and Ivanka were involved in a wide array of issues. Kushner helped it broker the new North American trade agreement and played a key role in bringing the 2026 World Cup to North America. Ivanka advocated for expanding the child tax credit and paid parental leave for federal workers. As for their future plans, Kushner is expected to remain focused on his business, with Affinity Partners continuing to raise capital. "I made very clear to them that if Trump were elected, they should not expect anything from me," Kushner stated in December. Ivanka, in a recent interview on the Skinny Confidential Him and Her podcast, explained that she chose not to return to the White House in order to prioritize time with her children. She said she's looking forward to supporting her father as a daughter, not as an advisor. Ivanka's Instagram posts feature glimpses of her lifestyle, with photos of luxury vacations, glamorous outings in Miami, and activities like polo and surfing. Donald Trump's sons, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, are also not expected to take on official roles in the new administration. Don Jr. has joined the conservative venture capital fund 1789 Capital, while Eric continues to manage the Trump Organization. Ivanka Trump is enjoying her life in Miami, embracing this new chapter with her family. While she continues to support her father, Donald Trump, ahead of his presidential inauguration, she has made it clear that her focus will be on her family life in Florida, stepping back from politics. After leaving the White House, Ivanka decided to embrace a more relaxed and playful style, shifting from the professional looks she wore as a senior advisor to more casual, fun outfits. In a recent appearance on the Skinny Confidential Him and Her podcast, Ivanka shared some of her longtime beauty secrets, revealing her go-to makeup products and skincare essentials. "I prefer skincare over makeup," she explained. "I love a good mascara, especially when I'm tired, but when my skin looks and feels good, I feel good." She also mentioned that she's been using Estee Lauder's Maximum Coverage Concealer since she was 14 and noted that she doesn't often wear foundation. Ivanka credits serums and moisturizers for maintaining her youthful glow. More recently, she's added sea buckthorn oil to her skincare routine, which helps manage acne and treat dry skin with its natural acids and fats. Ivanka also confessed to being addicted to lip moisturizer, always keeping it nearby. "Wherever I go, there's a lip moisturizer on my bedside table," she said. Her favorite lip product is glossiersbalm.com, though she's on a mission to find the original formula after it was changed. "I still have a few bottles left," she shared. Ivanka also revealed that she uses the lymphatic drainage effect moisturizer, calling it amazing and delicious, describing it as a beautiful Brazilian formula. As a sunblock fanatic, Ivanka emphasized the importance of sunscreen, particularly given her time living in Florida. "I'm pretty nuts about that," she concluded. Ivanka Trump has decided to step away from the political spotlight. Ahead of her father Donald Trump's inauguration on January the 20th, the former president's eldest daughter announced that she would not return to the White House to serve in his second term. In an interview on the Skinny Confidential Him and Her Show podcast on January the 13th, Ivanka explained that her decision was driven largely by her family. "I know the cost," she said, "and it's a price that I'm not willing to make my kids bear." Ivanka, 43, and her husband Jared Kushner, who share 3 children, Arabella, 13, Joseph, 10, and Theodore, 8, both served as senior advisors during her father's first term from 2017 to 2021. Though her siblings Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, and Tiffany Trump played supporting roles in their father's political campaigns, only Ivanka and Jared held official positions in the administration. Reflecting on her time in politics, Ivanka admitted that while she was there for some key moments in her children's lives, the role required her to miss many important milestones. "Every time I had to miss something," she shared, "I'm like, I will never let this happen again the minute I leave the White House." Aside from family considerations, Ivanka expressed her disillusionment with the political world itself. "There is a darkness to that world that I don't really want to welcome into mine," she remarked. "It's a very dark, negative business." Meanwhile, her stepmother Melania Trump, set to return as First Lady, shared her own plans for life in the White House. Melania, 54, stated she would divide her time between Washington, D.C. and New York City, where her son Barron Trump is attending NYU's Stern School of Business. "When I need to be in New York, I will be in New York," she said, also mentioning that she would visit their Palm Beach residence when needed. Melania emphasized that her primary responsibilities were to be a mother, a wife, and a First Lady, but noted that once her husband took office, "You serve the country." Ivanka's mother, Ivana Trump, was Donald Trump's first wife. A competitive skier born in Czechoslovakia in 1949, Ivana became a successful model before meeting Donald in the 1970s. They married in 1977 and had 3 children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. Their divorce in 1992 was finalized after Donald's affair with Marla Maples, who would later become his second wife. Despite their split, Ivana and Donald maintained a cordial relationship. Ivana passed away in 2022 at 73, with her death ruled an accident caused by blunt force injuries after a fall in her New York apartment. Ivanka's younger brother, Donald Trump Jr., has worked at the Trump Organization since 2001 and has been involved in his father's political campaigns. He is engaged to Kimberly Guilfoyle and has 5 children from his previous marriage to Vanessa Hayden. Ivanka's own political journey began when she worked for the Trump Organization before becoming an advisor to her father during his presidency. However, in 2022, she made it clear that she would be stepping away from politics to focus on her family. Eric Trump, the 3rd child of Ivana and Donald, also serves as an executive vice president at the Trump Organization and is married to Lara Trump. The couple has 2 children, Luke and Carolina. Tiffany Trump, daughter of Donald and his second wife, Marla Maples, has pursued a career in law after earning a JD from Georgetown Law School. In 2022, she married Michael Bolos, and her father recently announced they are expecting their first child. Melania Trump, the third wife of Donald Trump, met him in 1996 while working as a model. They married in 2005 and have one son, Barron, who is now attending college at NYU. Though Barron was once selected as a delegate to the Republican National Convention in 2024, he declined the offer due to prior commitments. As American businessman and former President Donald Trump returns to the Oval Office to become the 47th President of the United States, his family is once again in the public eye. At 78 years old, Trump will take the oath of office during the swearing-in ceremony at noon ET on Monday at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., as announced by the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies. Among those making headlines is his eldest daughter, Ivanka Trump, and her husband Jared Kushner. However, while the couple served as senior advisors during Trump's first term, they may be less visible in his second term. Though largely absent during his recent presidential campaign, Ivanka and Jared did make a brief appearance with Trump during his victory celebration in West Palm Beach, Florida. Ivanka also joined him in December as he rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange to celebrate being named Time Magazine's 2024 Person of the Year. So, who is Ivanka Trump? Here's a look at what to know about Donald Trump's eldest daughter and former advisor as the family returns to the White House. Ivanka, 43, is the second child of Donald Trump and his late first wife, Ivana Trump, who tragically passed away in July 2022 due to accidental blunt impact injuries at her home in New York City. Ivanka has two full siblings, Donald Trump Jr., 46, and Eric Trump, 40, as well as two half-siblings, Tiffany Trump, 31, and Barron Trump, 18. Before joining her father's administration, Ivanka earned a degree from the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School and worked as an executive vice president at the Trump Organization until January 2017. She also pursued several entrepreneurial ventures, including launching her own fashion line in 2014, which she ultimately shut down in 2018. Ivanka married Jared Kushner in October 2009 after dating for 2 years. The couple was introduced by mutual friends for business purposes, but their relationship quickly blossomed into romance, as Ivanka shared in a 2015 Vogue interview. Ivanka and Jared were key advisors to Donald Trump during his first term in office, but distanced themselves from politics after his 2020 loss. Jared now manages a $3 billion private equity fund and maintains close ties with the governments of Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, as well as Taiwanese billionaire and Foxconn founder Terry Gou, according to the New York Times. As a fun aside, Ivanka and Jared made a cameo in Season 4 of Gossip Girl. The couple shares 3 children, Arabella Rose, 13, Joseph Frederick, 11, and Theodore James, 8. When Trump announced his third presidential campaign nearly 2 years ago, Ivanka and Jared declared they would not re-enter the political sphere, choosing instead to focus on their family life. Ivanka also opted not to attend her father's campaign launch in November 2022. "I love my father very much," she shared on Instagram after his announcement. "This time around, I am choosing to prioritize my young children and the private life we are creating as a family." With her father's return to the White House, Ivanka plans to maintain her distance from the spotlight. She expressed in a recent Skinny Confidential Him and Her podcast appearance that she's eager to support him as a daughter, offering him a chance to relax and unwind, whether that's by watching a movie or a sports game together. "I think I'm most looking forward to just being able to show up for him as a daughter and be there for him," she said. "To take his mind off things, to watch a movie with him or watch a sports game, to know that he can be with me and be himself and just relax." Ivanka, who converted to Judaism after marrying Jared, whose family is Orthodox, also expressed her thoughts on the challenging nature of politics. Reflecting on her experiences, she described the presidency as the world's loneliest position. "There's a darkness to that world that I don't really want to welcome into mine," she explained. "It's a very lonely perch, and I would often think about this during the first 4 years, but now I'm having a little distance from it." Ivanka Trump captivated onlookers in a custom recreation of Audrey Hepburn's iconic 1954 couture gown at her father, Donald Trump's inauguration ball, turning heads in a way that was both timeless and contemporary. The first daughter, 43, took to the stage with her husband, Jared Kushner, 44, to share a romantic dance at the Liberty Ball, held in Washington, D.C., on the evening of the inauguration. Ivanka's gown was nothing short of stunning, an elegant strapless white dress that featured a long flowing skirt and intricate black floral embroidery that added a touch of delicate sophistication. The custom gown, designed by Givenchy, was a modern interpretation of Hubert de Givenchy's original 1954 haute couture black and white gown, which Audrey Hepburn famously wore in the beloved film Sabrina. Ivanka's choice to honor Hepburn's iconic style on such a monumental occasion was not only a sartorial statement, but also a personal one. A representative for Ivanka expressed that she was honored to wear the gown and profoundly grateful to the Arnault family and the Givenchy atelier for creating such a masterpiece. The gown captures the original artistry and elegance with remarkable precision and craftsmanship, the statement read. Ivanka's rep also noted that Audrey Hepburn has long been an inspiration to Ivanka, emphasizing that she felt it was a great privilege to honor Hepburn's legacy in this beautiful way. As she twirled across the dance floor, Ivanka completed her ensemble with her blonde hair styled into a sleek, tight bun. The simplicity of the hairstyle allowed the gown's details to shine. Her accessories were equally as refined. Ivanka wore black gloves, which complemented the black floral detailing of her dress, and a dazzling diamond necklace that caught the light with every movement. Her husband, Jared Kushner, stood by her side in a classic black tuxedo, looking equally as polished. The couple shared a tender, intimate moment on the dance floor, gazing deeply into each other's eyes as they slowly swayed to the music. In one captured moment, Ivanka's joyful smile radiated as she looked up at Jared, clearly sharing in the happiness of the occasion. The couple was not alone in their celebrations. The ball was attended by a host of other prominent figures, including Ivanka's father, President Donald Trump, and his wife, Melania Trump. Also in attendance were Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha, along with Ivanka's siblings. Tiffany Trump, who is expecting her first child with her husband Michael Boulos, proudly displayed her growing baby bump in a sparkling grey gown that shimmered in the ballroom light. Lara Trump, Eric Trump's wife, opted for a bold and fiery red gown with ruffled detailing that ran along the side, making a dramatic and unforgettable entrance. Earlier that same day, Ivanka had turned heads in another remarkable look at her father's inauguration ceremony. She wore a chic and stylish all-green ensemble that embodied both sophistication and grace. Ivanka donned a forest green wool pencil skirt that hugged her figure perfectly, paired with a matching tailored blazer. The blazer was structured around her body and cinched at the waist with a black leather belt that highlighted her silhouette. The asymmetrical jacket featured a unique lapel that cascaded down the right side in a waterfall style, adding an extra touch of flair to her outfit. Ivanka accessorized her look with a beret-style hat in the same forest green hue, black high heels, sheer black tights, and leather gloves. Her jewelry was understated but elegant. She wore a pair of pearl earrings that added just the right amount of polish. To complete the ensemble, Ivanka carried a luxurious black Dior Lady Dior bag, which retails for $5,900, adding an extra layer of sophistication to her already impeccable look. While Ivanka's fashion choices were undoubtedly the talk of the evening, it was her sons Joseph, 10, and Theodore, 8, who became the unexpected stars of the day. The boys quickly went viral on social media after a photograph of them sleeping during a church service at St. John's Church prior to the inauguration ceremony was shared widely. The two young boys, both of whom Ivanka shares with her husband Jared Kushner, struggled to stay awake during the service, looking exhausted and adorable. In one heartwarming photograph, Ivanka's eldest son, Joseph, is seen leaning against her shoulder, sound asleep, while his younger brother, Theodore, can be seen fighting to keep his eyes open. Ivanka, ever the doting mother, seemed to comfort her sons as they rested against her during the long ceremony. The photos of her children dozing off provided a touching and relatable moment for many who saw them, highlighting the often overlooked behind-the-scenes moments of a high-profile event like an inauguration. The combination of Ivanka's stunning appearance, the elegant ballroom atmosphere, and the sweet moment with her children served to humanize the day's events, reminding the public that despite the grandeur of the occasion, she remained, above all else, a devoted mother and wife. Throughout the day and evening, Ivanka's style and grace were complemented by her family's support and love. The event was not only a political milestone for her father, but also a personal and emotional one for Ivanka, who has long balanced her professional responsibilities with her role as a mother and wife. It was a celebration of both family and fashion, and for Ivanka, it was a moment to honor a personal style icon while making memories with her loved ones. The evening marked a significant chapter in Ivanka's public life, and her sartorial choices, from her elegant Givenchy gown to her chic green outfit at the inauguration, were a testament to her poise, style, and deep respect for the legacy of influential women like Audrey Hepburn. As Ivanka continues to step into the public eye, her fashion statements will likely continue to capture attention. But it is her commitment to her family and her ability to blend high fashion with heartfelt moments that truly made this occasion unforgettable. Ivanka Trump publicly denounced a meme coin using her name on Thursday, calling it fake and warning that it likely presents risks to investors. This follows a similar pattern seen with other meme tokens tied to her father, former President Donald Trump, and First Lady Melania Trump, which saw a sharp decline in value shortly after they went viral. Other seemingly unauthorized tokens bearing the names of Trump family members have also emerged. One such token, featuring Baron Trump's name and image, launched on the Solana blockchain in July 2024. It has a reported circulation of 42 quadrillion coins and a market cap of just over $133,000, though neither Baron Trump nor any other member of the Trump family has publicly acknowledged involvement with the token. The official Trump token, Trump, quickly surged to a $15 billion market cap just 2 days after its debut, only to experience a sharp drop. By Thursday afternoon, it had fallen by more than 9% in the last 24 hours to a value of $35,073, with a market cap of $7.1 billion. Melania Trump's official meme token, Melania, also saw a significant decline, dropping 27.5% on Thursday to just under $2.70, with a market cap of $474.4 million. This was a 47% decrease from its peak of £5.09 on Monday, just after its initial launch. Donald Trump had announced the launch of his meme coin, Trump, just days before his inauguration. The token, hosted on the Solana blockchain, started with a supply of 200 million coins, set to increase to 1 billion over the next 3 years, according to the coin's website. The Trump Organization, where Ivanka Trump once held a vice president position, and its affiliates are reported to hold the remaining tokens and will earn an undisclosed amount of revenue from trading activity. The release of the token has faced backlash from some within the crypto industry. Nick Carter, a founding partner at Castle Island Ventures, criticized the coin's launch as a new depth of idiocy, while an unnamed lobbyist described it as a horrible look for an industry trying to distance itself from claims of being full of hucksters, scammers, and fraudsters. Ryan Selkis, founder of Masari, called on Donald Trump to fire whoever recommended going forward with the Melania token launch. The release of Trump's token is part of his broader push to support the crypto industry. He has advocated for the US to become the crypto capital of the planet and pledged to use executive powers to reduce regulatory hurdles for crypto firms and establish a Bitcoin reserve. This stands in contrast to President Joe Biden's administration, whose Securities and Exchange Commission has brought legal actions against several major crypto firms for alleged violations of securities law. This denouncement comes amid the broader context of Trump family cryptocurrency ventures, including the meme coins launched by Donald and Melania Trump. Ivanka's swift and direct response highlights the potential risks associated with unauthorized tokens that exploit celebrity names. The incident underscores the growing concerns in the cryptocurrency market about meme coins, celebrity endorsements, and the potential for consumer fraud. Ivanka's statement serves as a warning to investors about the dangers of speculative and unauthorized digital tokens. In conclusion, the Trump family meme coins have had a polarizing effect on their public image, simultaneously showcasing their ability to capitalize on trends and raising questions about the ethics and implications of such ventures for a presidential family. Sean Hepburn Ferrer, the son of the late Audrey Hepburn, shared his thoughts on Ivanka Trump wearing a dress originally designed for his mother to the 2025 inaugural ball in honor of her father, Donald Trump's inauguration. Ferrer, whose mother was the iconic Breakfast at Tiffany's actress and whose father was actor Mel Ferrer, spoke about Ivanka's choice to wear the black and white Givenchy gown, initially created for Hepburn for the 1954 film Sabrina, to the 2025 Liberty inaugural ball on January the 20th. It's not surprising that, growing up in a family where our mother was a household name, she would draw inspiration from her, Ferrer said in a statement to dailymail.com on January 28. Ivanka clearly sought a symbol of ultimate elegance and class for such a significant occasion: the inauguration, the 32nd anniversary of our mother's passing, and Martin Luther King Jr. Day. What a combination! He went on to describe Hepburn's legacy as transgenerational and transnational, noting that her elegance, grounded in her inner beauty and spirit, remains a reference point for many celebrities and models today, especially in times when we seem to have somewhat lost our way. Ivanka, for her part, explained that her admiration for the My Fair Lady star played a role in her choice of the dress. A representative for Ivanka told Page Six on January the 21st, Audrey Hepburn has long been a personal inspiration to Ivanka. She feels it is a true privilege to honor her legacy in this way and is deeply grateful to the team at Givenchy for making this moment possible. But the vintage Givenchy gown wasn't the only look Ivanka wore on Inauguration Day. The 43-year-old mother of three, Arabella, 13, Joseph, 11, and Theodore, 8, whom she shares with husband Jared Kushner, also donned an emerald green skirt suit cinched with a thin black belt, paired with a matching green hat for her father's inauguration ceremony. Ivanka Trump made waves with her stunning look at her father Donald Trump's inauguration, turning heads with a chic black and white ensemble that paid tribute to iconic movie star Audrey Hepburn at the Commander-in-Chief Ball. Fans flocked to social media to praise her outfit, which was a modern take on Hubert de Givenchy's legendary haute couture black and white gown, originally designed for Hepburn in the 1954 film Sabrina. Among the many compliments about her gown, several celebrity friends shared their admiration, including Elon Musk, who has become a close ally of the Trump family and a vocal supporter of the president. "Making fashion beautiful again," Musk wrote in response to a photo Ivanka shared on his platform, X. His comment caught the attention of many online users, sparking a wave of responses. Ivanka noticed the comment and shared it on X, replying with a simple white heart emoji. The exchange prompted more positive reactions from fans, with one person writing, "The Trump ladies are doing a great service for fashion and beauty in America." And another commenting, "You look stunning, Mom." As for Ivanka's role in her father's presidency this time, it seems she will step back from active politics, choosing to focus on her family life in Miami. A longtime friend of Ivanka's told CNN she will likely serve as an informal advisor. Maggie Cordish explained, "Ivanka Trump is done with politics and says she isn't coming back. She's still his daughter and a trusted voice, so in that sense, an informal advisor, as we all are with our family members." Ivanka Trump wore over $1.1 million worth of Leviev diamond jewelry at events surrounding President Donald Trump's inauguration. The night before the inauguration, Ivanka attended a dinner wearing a custom Oscar de la Renta gown adorned with crystals and pearls, paired with Leviev's diamond and platinum pear-shaped drop earrings. These 1808-carat earrings were valued at $900,000, according to a Leviev representative speaking to Business Insider. At the Liberty inaugural ball after the swearing-in ceremony, Ivanka wore additional Leviev pieces, a 50-carat diamond necklace and 10-carat diamond cluster earrings. The necklace was valued at around $180,000, while the earrings were priced at $60,000. Ivanka's Givenchy haute couture gown for the event was inspired by a 1954 design the fashion house created for Audrey Hepburn's character in Sabrina. Together, her jewelry for the two events was valued at just over $1.1 million. "We are proud to have our exquisite Leviev jewelry worn by Ivanka at this historic event, adding such elegance and poise to her iconic inauguration looks," said Chajit Leviev, president and CEO of Leviev, in an interview with Business Insider. Leviev, an Israeli diamond company, was founded by Lev Leviev, a diamond magnate who has connections to Ivanka's husband, Jared Kushner. Leviev's daughter, Chagit, now runs the company. In 2015, Kushner purchased 4 floors of the former New York Times building from Africa Israel Investments, where Lev Leviev holds significant influence, and 5 Mile Capital for $295 million. While Ivanka Trump has distanced herself from politics, reports suggest that Jared Kushner is continuing to advise his father-in-law on Middle East affairs in an unofficial role. Ivanka Trump turned heads earlier this month with a stunning array of stylish outfits during President Donald Trump's inauguration. It seems the first daughter has passed down her impeccable fashion sense to her eldest child, Arabella Rose Kushner. The 43-year-old shared a series of throwback images on Instagram, offering a glimpse into her eventful month. One standout photo captured Ivanka and Arabella walking side by side in coordinated, tailored outfits. The 13-year-old looked darling in a dove grey, long-line coat adorned with stylish buttons. Underneath, she wore a pale blue maxi dress featuring a golden vintage print. Nude pointed toe heels completed the look, while Arabella kept her makeup minimal and her hair pulled up in an elegant style. Ivanka, on the other hand, radiated glamour in a black wool trench coat draped over a black maxi dress with intricate lace embroidery. She paired the outfit with black pointed toe heels. Her blonde locks cascaded in a sleek, straight style, and her makeup featured a bronzed cheek, smoky brown eyes, and a glossy lip. Ivanka captioned the post, "January Archives." This isn't the first time the mother-daughter duo have stepped out in coordinated chic ensembles. At the inauguration earlier this month, Ivanka wore a forest green Dior skirt suit inspired by the brand's fall 1950 haute couture collection. The look was completed with a matching hat, black leather gloves, and a skinny black belt to cinch the waist, paired with a Lady Dior handbag. Arabella matched her mum's monochromatic theme, looking equally polished in a beige knee-length cape coat, cinched at the waist with a thick belt. The mandarin collar coat was paired with matching pants and black leather boots. In June 2023, the pair dazzled in matching sparkly looks at Arabella's bat mitzvah. Ivanka stunned in a turquoise sequin cape gown by Jenny Packham, valued at $6,091. The gown featured a cape effect design and was paired with open-toe heels. Arabella was equally enchanting in a pale blue ball gown, which shimmered with gold metallic spokes. The dress featured 2 layers of ruffled skirts, adding extra drama and elegance. Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, welcomed Arabella Rose on July 17, 2011, in New York City. Ivanka took to X to announce the arrival of her daughter, writing, "This morning, Jared and I welcomed a beautiful and healthy little baby girl into the world. We feel incredibly grateful and blessed. Thank you all for your support and well wishes." Over the years, Ivanka has shared glimpses of her daughter Arabella's life and personality. We've learned, for example, that Arabella once dreamed of joining the Marines and that her favorite holiday was Hanukkah, thanks to the presents. When Ivanka's father, Donald Trump, became the 45th President of the United States and she took on the role of senior advisor, Arabella occasionally joined her at the White House for official duties. One notable moment was in February 2017 when Ivanka brought Arabella to the Supreme Court for an observation trip. They posed for a photo on the courthouse steps afterward, with Ivanka sharing on social media. "Arabella and I visited the Supreme Court this morning and attended a hearing. I'm grateful for the opportunity to teach her about the judicial system in our country firsthand." Arabella's charm also shone through on several occasions, like when she performed a Mandarin song at the Chinese Embassy's Lunar New Year celebration. Ivanka posted a video of the performance on Instagram, showing her pride. Later, when President Xi Jinping visited Mar-a-Lago in April 2017, Arabella and her younger brother Joseph performed again. Ivanka shared her joy on social media, writing, "Very proud of Arabella and Joseph for their performance in honor of President Xi Jinping and Madame Peng Liyuan's official visit to the US." In June 2023, Arabella celebrated her bat mitzvah, a significant Jewish milestone. Ivanka posted heartfelt family photos from the day, writing, "We couldn't be prouder of the extraordinary young woman she has become. Her kindness, creativity, humor, empathy, and passion have filled our lives with so much joy and inspiration. May her bat mitzvah be the beginning of a beautiful and fulfilling chapter in her life." Arabella Rose Kushner attended her grandfather Donald Trump's 2025 presidential inauguration in Washington, D.C. on Monday. The 13-year-old wore a stylish beige knee-length cape coat, cinched at the waist with a matching thick belt. The coat, featuring a mandarin collar, was paired with coordinating pants and sleek black leather boots with chunky heels. Her monochromatic outfit resembled the sophisticated style of her mother, Ivanka Trump, who donned a dark peacock green pantsuit and matching beret. Arabella is the eldest of Ivanka and Jared Kushner's 3 children and their only daughter. Ivanka often shares moments with Arabella, who is fluent in Mandarin Chinese. In 2017, Arabella famously sang for China's President Xi Jinping and First Lady Madame Peng Liyuan during their visit to the US last year. Arabella celebrated her bat mitzvah, wearing a shimmering silvery blue and gold short-sleeved dress with long ruffled hems. The custom couture piece was a collaboration with her family and New York-based designer Custom by Zoe. On Saturday, Arabella was photographed boarding a US Air Force plane with her family in West Palm Beach, FLA, on their way to Washington, D.C. She wore a relaxed white long-sleeved V-neck top with a green leaf pattern. Donald Trump's second inauguration as the 47th President of the United States took place on Monday in Washington, D.C. The day began with a service at St. John's Episcopal Church, followed by a meeting between the incoming and outgoing presidents at the White House. The formal swearing-in ceremony took place on the west front of the U.S. Capitol, with Carrie Underwood performing "America the Beautiful." After the event, President Trump's supporters and guests were invited to attend several evening celebrations, including the Commander-in-Chief Ball, Liberty Inaugural Ball, and Starlight Ball. Ivanka Trump, the daughter of President Donald Trump, visited Altadena and Los Angeles on Tuesday, Jan 28, in a visit that organizers emphasized was outside the political spotlight. Christopher Spoler, lead pastor of Expressions Church in Altadena, explained that the visit was arranged just 72 hours prior, with the aim of allowing Trump to meet with church members and families affected by the wildfires that have claimed at least 27 lives and destroyed over 12,000 homes and buildings. "We were told she wanted to come without any media attention and that the goal wasn't political at all," Spoler said. "We wouldn't have been comfortable if it had been politicized." Expressions Church, which had only been open for about 40 days before the Eaton fire devastated its rented two-story building in Pasadena, welcomed Trump to its new location at the former Foothills Community Church site at 2540 E Orange Grove Boulevard in Pasadena. The church is set to begin holding services there on Sunday, February 9. The visit, Spolar said, was successful. Ivanka Trump helped distribute bags of cleaning and hygiene supplies to some of the 12 families who lost their homes in the Eaton fire. The church has committed to continuing its support of those families. "It felt like a ministry of presence for her," Spoler said. "She showed care for the families, support for the church, and made it clear that she sees us." The visit was organized by the non-profit City Serve, a faith-based network that trains churches and community members in disaster response. In addition to the Altadena stop, Trump also visited the LA Dream Center in Los Angeles to help distribute relief supplies to families affected by the Palisades wildfire. Chrissy Cochran, a spokesperson for City Serve, reported that more than 400 cars went through the distribution line in Altadena. City Serve partners with local churches because they are there before, during, and after a crisis, Cochran said. Churches provide not just immediate aid, but long-term hope, helping to rebuild communities long after the headlines fade. Other groups that contributed included Fearless Church in Los Angeles and Love Has No Limits in Dana Point, who helped gather essentials like water, shoes, diapers, and produce. "Many of the families Ivanka assisted have lost everything," said Dave Donaldson, co-founder of City Serve. "Their needs are urgent." Ivanka showed tremendous empathy, listening to their stories, and spent hours encouraging volunteers and first responders while distributing supplies. Spoler added that Trump also took time to meet with and thank firefighters from Station 11. "I think what people took away from it was the feeling of being seen in their need, knowing they weren't alone, and that others care," Spoler said. "Our hope is that ultimately they'll feel that God sees them and will work through all kinds of people." Trump's visit came just days after her father, President Donald Trump, toured wildfire damage in the Pacific Palisades, though he did not visit Altadena or Pasadena during that trip. Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump attend the US Open tennis tournament on August 30, 1991. Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump during Maybelline Presents 1991, Look of the Year at Plaza Hotel in New York City. Ivana Trump and daughter Ivanka attend an event in New York in 1993. Ivana and Ivanka attend an event in 1994. Donald, Ivanka, and wife Marla Trump pose at a Versace fashion show in the 67th Street Armory, New York in 1995. Ivanka attends an event in 1996. Ivanka models a red dress for Mark Bauer's fall 1997 fashion show. Ivanka walks in the 1997 Thierry Mugler fall-winter fashion show. Ivana, her son Eric Trump, her former husband businessman Donald, and her daughter Ivanka sit at a table at the Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, 1998. Ivanka during Valentine's Day and birthday party for Ivanka Trump at Chaos in New York City, New York, United States. Angus Kennett and Ivanka posed for a photo during Australian Fashion Week on May 10, 1999 in Sydney, Australia. Ivana and Ivanka attend the 1999 Ascot races. Ivanka Trump walks in a fashion show in 2000. Ivana with her daughter on the port of Saint-Tropez in 2001. Ivana and her daughter Ivanka attend an event in 2001. Ivanka attends the premiere of the movie The Sweetest Thing at the Loew's Theatre at Lincoln Square, April 8, 2002 in New York City. Ivanka rides a snowmobile during in Park City, Utah, United States in 2003. Ivanka and then-boyfriend Bingo Gubelman attend the premiere of HBO's Born Rich at the Screening Room, October 15, 2003 in New York City. Melania Knaus, Donald and Ivanka attend as the Costume Institute celebrates Dangerous Liaisons, Fashion and Furniture in the 18th Century at Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, United States in 2004. Ivanka attends the Costume Institute's gala celebrating Chanel. Arbeiting Chanel at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, New York, United States. Ivanka attends an event at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, New York. Ivanka attends a special event to become the Little Shelter Animal Adoption Center's newest celebrity lifesaver on October 2, 2006 in New York City. Melania and Ivanka attend Madonna and Gucci host a night to benefit raising Malawi and UNICEF at the United Nations on February 6, 2007 in New York City. Ivanka attends Elite Traveler magazine and Madison Equities present Chelsea Modern, a series of architecturally distinct residences at Chelsea Modern Design Gallery on March 21, 2007 in New York City. Ivanka attends the Stuff magazine Fall Fashion Issue Preview at Trump Tower in New York City in 2007. Donald and Ivanka pose backstage at Dress to Kilt 2007 at Capitale on April 2, 2007 in New York City. Ivanka attends New York City Police Foundation 30th Annual Gala at the Waldorf Astoria on March 11, 2008 in New York City. Ivanka Trump attends Jay Mendel Presents Life in Color by Jesse Garza and Joe Lupo, hosted by Gilles Mendel and Ivanka Trump at Jay Mendel on January 27, 2009 in New York City. Jared Kushner and Ivanka attend the Costume Institute Gala, The Model as Muse, with Honorary Chair Marc Jacobs, inside at the Metropolitan Museum of Art on May 4, 2009 in New York City. Donald, Ivanka, Melania and Barron Trump attend Quest and Q Magazine's host Ivanka Trump Book Party at Trump Tower on October 14, 2009 in New York City. Ivanka attends the Whitney Museum of American Art's 2010 Art Party at 82 Mercer. Ivanka and her husband Jared attend the 4th Annual Eric Trump Foundation Golf Invitational at the Trump National Golf Club Westchester on September 14, 2010 in Briarcliff Manor, New York. Ivanka poses in her Trump Tower footwear showroom. Ivanka attends the Cinema Society's Snowflower and the Secret Fan screening at the Tribeca Grand Hotel. Ivanka leaves the Celebrity Apprentice set in Madison Square Park on October 31, 2011 in New York City. Jared and Ivanka attend the Vanity Fair party during the 12th Tribeca Film Festival at the State Supreme Courthouse on April 17, 2012 in New York City. Donald and Ivanka greet Miss USA contestants at Trump Tower on May 8, 2012 in New York City. Ivanka Trump appears on NBC News' Today Show in 2012. Ivanka attends Ivanka Trump fragrance launch at Macy's Herald Square on February 19, 2013 in New York City. Donald and Ivanka on board his private jet as they arrive at Aberdeen Airport in 2014. Ivanka attends the Charles James Beyond Fashion Costume Institute Gala at the Metropolitan Museum of Art on May 5, 2014 in New York City. Ivanka attends the Metropolitan Ballet 2014 Fall Gala at the David H. Koch Theatre at Lincoln Center in New York City. Ivanka attends the 12th annual More Fitness Shape Women's Half Marathon at Central Park on April 19, 2015 in New York City. Ivanka attends 2015 Glamour Women of the Year Awards at Carnegie Hall on November 9, 2015 in New York City. Ivanka and Jared are seen with their children on March 26, 2016 in New York City. Donald and Ivanka attend the third day of the Republican National Convention on July 20, 2016 at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. Ivanka and Jared leave after the presidential inauguration at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. on January 20, 2017. Ivanka listens as her father Donald speaks during a bill signing ceremony in the diplomatic reception room of the White House on June 2, 2017 in Washington, D.C. Ivanka addresses the event, a call to action to end forced labor, modern slavery, and human trafficking, on September 19, 2017 at the United Nations in New York. Ivanka and her daughter attend the four-man bobble sea on day 16 of the Pyeongchang 2018 Winter Olympic Games at Olympic Sliding Center on February 25, 2018, in Pyeongchang-gun, South Korea. Ivanka speaks at the Derry Opera House during a town hall with residents of Derry, New Hampshire on April 17, 2018. Jared and Ivanka walk with their children Theodore and Joseph across the South Lawn as they return from a weekend stay in Bedminster, New Jersey, at the White House on July 29, 2018 in Washington, D.C. Ivanka participates in a panel discussion during the annual Milken Institute Global Conference at the Beverly Hilton Hotel on April 29, 2019 in Beverly Hills, California. Ivanka visits Westminster Abbey, where U.S. President Donald Trump laid a wreath at the grave of the unknown warrior on day one of his state visit to the UK on June 3, 2019 in London, England. White House advisor Ivanka Trump speaks during a meeting of the American Workforce Policy Advisory Board in the East Room of the White House on June 26, 2020 in Washington, D.C. Donald and Ivanka walked to Marine One on the South Lawn of the White House on January 4, 2020 in Washington, D.C. Ivanka attends Day 1 of American Express Presents Carbone Beach at Carbone on May 5, 2022 in Miami Beach, Florida. Ivanka speaks during the memorial for her late mother Ivana in New York City in 2022. Ivanka waves as she leaves the stage after a speaking engagement in New York in 2023. Ivanka arrives for the civil fraud trial of her father at New York State Supreme Court on November 8, 2023 in New York City. Jared and Ivanka are seen leaving Carbone Beach on May 2, 2024 in Miami Beach, Florida. Ivanka looks on during the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup draw at Telemundo Studios on December 5, 2024 in Miami, Florida. Ivanka attends the inaugural parade inside Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. on January 20, 2025. Ivanka and Jared dance at the Liberty Inaugural Ball during the 60th presidential inauguration in Washington, D.C., U.S. on Monday, January 20, 2025.